Yeah. Okay, let's get started with this one. So yeah, now guys, I'm sure most of you know who already this is. I'm here with Wolfgirl, who is another Black Desert online streamer, but she's a multi-MMO streamer because she doesn't like being known as just a singular MMO streamer. But she plays Black Desert a lot. Let's put it that way. So basically, what I'm going to be talking about with Wolfgirl today is, or Lydia. I'm going to call her Lydia. I'm not going to call her Wolfgirl because that's weird. I'm going to be talking to Lydia basically about how the beta has gone and how it's going and if anything's changed and what we think they need to change, and basically just have a rundown of how we think this weekend has gone. I need to mute my bot again to stop from making noise. Okay, right, so that's done. So yeah, I mean, have you been playing a lot of the beta, or have you not played it that much, or?
Yeah, I played quite a bit of beta. I actually I played for the. I made a bit of a mistake here. I played for the first 2 days, and then I thought, well, you know, I don't stream over the weekends, and I played a little bit yesterday, and then I thought, right, I want to play Division with my friends, and I thought, well, I don't need the beta client anymore because, you know, it takes up a lot of room, so I'll uninstall it and play the Division beta, and I installed it, and then everyone reminded me that, wait a minute, that's the client for release as well.
Wow,
So
yeah, I was about to.
yeah.
I didn't want to stop you. I was going to say you do realize you can just use that client when the game gets released.
Yeah. I do know that now. It's now I'm just gonna wait until release and download it 2 days before release or whatever, just to make sure you know, that's 100% that it's gonna work. But yeah, no, I did make that mistake. But in all fairness, I wouldn't have been able to play the Division beta if I didn't, because I have a very, very small hard drive at the moment. So, you know.
Fucking scrub, Jesus. All right,
Yeah.
well, I mean, from what you did play on the beta then, because obviously if you played it like on the Thursday and the Friday, you must have a fairly good idea of what's going on with it. Did anything stand out to you as crazily different from Russia for yourself? Or
Yeah, I think first of all, off the bat, I didn't notice many differences other than, of course, masses and masses of people.
oh yeah, yeah, it was insane.
It was. But I didn't notice anything that I particularly looked at and thought, oh, you know, this is bad compared to Russia, or this is good compared to Russia, until someone pointed out to me, and I hope this is beta only, but until someone pointed out to me that buying a skin for a wagon or a boat would give you the boat. That was the first thing that made me go, what?
Now,
like,
is that not the case on Russia? Have you checked?
That's not the case on Russia. No.
It's not. When you buy the skin, it's just the skin on Russia. Because I haven't checked on Korea.
Yeah, it's not the case on Russia. You don't get the boat. You just get the skin.
Right. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. I didn't know it was different from the Russia and the Korean one. I assumed that I had never just looked into it. Yeah. That is absurd then. No, it's only this one thing. Yeah. I mean, that is one thing that proper rustled me.
I've looked for the wagon. Admittedly, I've never looked at boats on Russia, but I've looked for the wagon, and I know you don't get a wagon contract with a wagon skin, but. Yeah, I would assume you don't with the boat either, because in the beta you get both a wagon with the wagon skin and a boat with the boat skin, and that seems really stupid to me, because it takes a long time to build a boat, you know.
Yeah, hopefully it's just for testing then, because I was speaking to Craig about it a minute ago, and I was saying how, you know, it's fucking ridiculous that you get a boat from it, because I tried for so long to get my first boat. And like it took sort of like 8 hours or whatever. That I really hope it is just for testing. Otherwise,
well, it is quite expensive though. In all fairness.
Well, yeah, but I don't care if it's $100. You shouldn't get a boat for free. The boat's like, it's all like making your first boat's like a fucking journey. So, if you can do that, you know, why should you? Oh, I don't know, man. It's just I hope that's one thing. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing that you know. Is anything else?
Okay, so yeah, I noticed a big difference in the way that my energy system seemed to work. Now, a lot of people said that it uses the same energy as Russia. I don't think it does. My energy seemed to be up and down a lot more than Russia, and 1 second I had full energy, the next second I had none, and then it was taking forever to regenerate, and I was like, this is slower.
It's funny you say that, because I noticed that as well, and I don't know what the hell I did, and I tried to figure it out. I even went back and watched a bit of my stream, but at one point I had like 15 or 16 energy, and then I did something. I don't know what I did, and then all of a sudden I had 8. And I was like, well, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, where'd my energy go? Not only that, and also, have you tried out the processing? Because I haven't actually done much processing in this.
I only did alchemy.
And did that cost energy to process that?
Alchemy, yeah, it costs loads, yeah.
Really? Yeah, so was it 1 energy per processing task?
1 alchemy, yeah, one energy per alch that I did, yeah.
That's ridiculous. So you were literally, the thing that's throttling you from level your alchemy was the energy.
Yeah, it was, and I got to number one on. I don't know how people overtook me in alchemy because I got to number one on alchemy, and I was alching for the first 2 days every chance I got energy, and I left it overnight and woke up the next day, and I only had like 20 energy back of my 30. Yeah,
Did you log out?
What is this? Yeah, I did.
You get less energy when you're logged out, don't you? Schoolgirl error.
That's ridiculous.
You have to stay logged in. Fucking arcade, mate.
So that forces you to stay logged in.
Yeah, it's that kind of MMO. You know it does. You know it does that. You're meant to AFK fish.
No, but
and...
Russia doesn't. Russia doesn't force you to stay logged. If I log out one night on Russia and log in the next day, all my energy's back.
Really? Oh, on Korea,
Yeah.
it's you get more energy for being logged in than you do logged out, for sure.
Yeah, but if you were to, I get that you have more energy logged in. I know that, but it's that I would log out on Russia at let's say 7 p.m. I'd log out at 7 p.m. I'd wake up at 10 a.m. the next morning. I'd log in, and if I had zero energy at 7 p.m. and then logged in the next day at 10 a.m., I'd have all my energy back. Okay, now. Admittedly, that's quite a long time to wait, but see, I did the same thing on the beta, and I had 20 energy back. You know, it's 20 energy in like 12 hours of being logged off, or 13 hours of being logged off, something like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is insane. Oh man. Well, yeah, the energy thing's one of the main things that people have been going off about, but that's kind of been dwarfed obviously by the cash shop thing. But I don't want to talk too much about that because I already had like a long discussion with Craig about that. But those are the two big things that everyone has seemed to be going, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I can't craft my shit. And also, I can buy everything off the cash shop. Well, not everything, but, you know, I can buy stuff off the cash shop, and the cash shop's too expensive. Now, what I didn't really talk to Craig about, because obviously he hasn't played the game very much, is I didn't really talk about the pricing of it all very much. Now, I don't want to talk about the pay-to-win side of it, because that's done. You know, we've given our opinion on that, and I don't think it's worth going into that again. But in terms of the prices, what's your thinking on the prices?
The price of the cash shop, I haven't had that much of an issue with them. Now, I know that everyone else has had this huge uproar about how expensive they are. Personally, I don't have a massive issue just because of the fact that I think at the end of the day, as long as I can't see anything there that's ridiculously game-breakingly pay to win, I don't have an issue with them charging a lot of money. Now, I don't think it's a good thing. Now, don't get what I'm saying here wrong. I'm not saying, oh, they should charge that much money. They shouldn't. I think it's a little bit expensive, but it's not something that's going to make me not play the game. You know, it's not that bad. I think people might be overreacting a little bit. I can understand people not being happy with it, but people are like uproaring, like, this game is terrible now. You know, I'm never gonna play Black Desert because of the prices. It's a little bit of an overreaction. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I do think the prices are expensive, but you don't have to fucking spend that money.
Yeah.
They're not saying, oh, you can't log in if you don't pay us this money. Like, it's not like that. So I don't really care. I would care even less if the items were only cosmetic. I literally wouldn't give a shit if they were $100 if they were only cosmetic. I'd just be like, fine, I just won't buy them. Like, you know, that'd be the best thing for it. But you obviously they give buffs so people feel like they should buy them. I mean, that's the main thing. I think people don't like the cost of the prices. But yeah, another thing as well in the beta that I noticed, which I'm sure it is slower. Like, because I play on Korea, so Korea you level like at the speed of I don't even know, like a gold farmer or whatever, but on EU it's quite slow. Now, I don't know, I haven't played Russia really. I played Russia briefly, but I got boosted for most of my time on Russia, so I didn't really level very much. Do you think it's slower on EU than Russia and Korea? Do you think it's too slow?
Too slow on Russia EU. Or too slow on EU? Too slow on EU. Actually, the leveling on EU was faster than Russia.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I can tell you 100% it's faster than Russia. Yep. I don't know how much faster than Russia. It might only be by a tiny bit, but it's definitely faster than Russia. And this isn't something that just I noticed. So, you know, this isn't something that I thought, I'm noticing a slight difference, and it's just something in my head. In fact, what's surprising, or what really ticked me off to thinking, yeah, it probably is then, is the fact that almost everyone that I played Russia with, who also played beta, thinks exactly the same. And it wasn't that I said it and they all agreed. It was that they came up to me first and said, are you noticing that it's faster in beta? And I'm like, yeah, it is a bit faster in beta, isn't it? So it's actually faster than Russia. By a little bit, not by a lot.
Interesting, because in Korea it's obviously slower than Korea.
Yeah.
But now, do you think the leveling speed's okay?
Um, I don't think it's terrible. I think it, to be honest, I think that if it stayed how it is right now, if it stayed like this, I'd be okay with it, but they'd have to speed it up at level 50. Like, if it was this to level 50, I'd be okay with that, and then if they sped it up a bit at level 50, so rather than when you, in Korea, hit level 50, you know, suddenly it's so much longer to level, if they kind of balanced out level 50.
Right, they stretch it out across the entire levels
Yeah,
instead of you hitting
yeah.
a brick wall at level 50, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay, that makes sense. That's I kind of agree with that, and I always find it weird that, like, on career I was level 49, and then I hit 50, and all of a sudden it took like 20 times the amount of time to level. I was just kind of like, well, you know, I'm not really sure I agree with that, but what are you gonna do about it, kind of thing. And I would have preferred it to have been stretched out. It would have been more beneficial to the gameplay. I think it would have made it feel like less of a grind. Because I know it's a grindy game. I'm not knocking that it's a grindy game. I'm totally aware that it's a Korean MMO. Of course, it's fucking grindy. But if they stretched it out a bit, it would have made the leveling experience feel less grindy after you hit level 50.
Yeah, I just want to answer what Aeon said in chat there. Aeon said it gets a little bit slow after 30. I don't know if you hit 30, but it gets slow after 30. Aeon, I know that it gets slow after 30, and in fact, that is the same thing as in Russia. That is exactly what Russia does.
Yes.
There is a wall at 30, and there is a wall at 40. That is same as Russia, but it still seems a little bit faster in EU.
I mean, I didn't even bother getting to that. I was just like, screw it. I'm level. I got to level 20, and then I tried some experimental leveling to see what was going to be faster. So I ended up doing 4 more levels. I tried leveling by myself, then with leveling with 2 people, then leveling with 5, just to see, like I was doing with a timer, to see what was faster. So that's the only reason I got to level 24. But I mean, that was my testing for the beta, really, like the leveling up and also the guild system, which. I mean, man, I haven't really ever looked into the guild system in this game because I made it on Korea, and I was like, yeah, join my guild if you guys wanna chill out with me. And hang on, sorry, someone in chat, just going back to this leveling thing. Doesn't seem bad to me, but I don't expect 50 in the first couple of days. People are gonna hit level 50 on day 1 of the launch.
Yep.
Easy. Unless they slow down the XP from what the beta is, you're gonna hit level 50 on day 1. There are like level 52s already on beta.
Yeah, it took grind in beta about 23 hours to hit level 50, I believe.
I think it, no, it was less than that.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 13 hours, like 12, 13 hours. I remember logging on the first day when I was streaming, and they were already like nearly level 50. I mean, there you go. 51.09 is the highest guy on grind at the moment online. So, you know, it is pretty fucking, you know, it's not slow. I'm interested in your leveling test. So, what was faster, solo, double, or full group? If you have a completely non-saturated place to pull mobs, if you are ahead of the pack, group is the fastest. Level 20, level 21 to 22 took me 19 minutes by myself, or like 17. No, was it 19 or 17 minutes? I think it was 17 minutes by itself, and then 22 to 23 I did again by myself. I didn't time that one. Then 23 to 24, which should be slower because the mobs are now easier to kill, so they give less XP. That took me just under 15 minutes. So even though I was a higher level, it was still quicker with 5 people. So, yeah. It was 14 hours.
I'm actually just going to do something, Wiggles. I'm actually going to, for any of you guys that haven't, now I'm pretty sure everyone here either has given up on getting into the beta or has already played the beta, but I actually have 6 keys left. I'm just going to throw them in your chat. And I know that this is the last day of beta, so
if you have fast internet, go.
Yeah, if you have fast internet, grab these keys. I've just noticed I have 6 keys left, guys, so best of luck if you want to redeem these keys. I'm just going to launch them into Wiggles chat here quickly.
I found that if you're the highest level in the group, then it's slower. Yes, it is. It is slower. Yeah, you're right. There was, sorry, go on. Actually, finish what you were saying, Lydia.
Yeah, so I just want to say I've had so many keys that I just didn't even have time to give all them away, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had quite a few. I think I managed to get rid of all of mine last minute. Yeah, I mean, this is another thing as well. I was one of the highest people in the group with 5 people, and I still leveled, you know, under 15 minutes for a level. But there was a level 21 in our group when I was level 24. No, when I was level 23. And that level 21 leveled like 1.5 times in the time I did one level. So they did a level in like 10 minutes kind of thing. So it was very quick for them. I mean, it is definitely the best thing to do if you can find an unsaturated spot. The problem is if you're fighting for mobs with a group and you're only getting like 2 mobs every, you know, 30 seconds or whatever, it's not worth it all of a sudden, because then you're having to split that XP between 5 people. Whoops, I messed up my fishing again. Wow, there goes 5 minutes wasted for that. But yeah. And the other thing as well that I noticed in the beta is the potions. The way the potions work. Now they increased the cooldown on potions, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, instead of 3 seconds, it's 5 seconds.
Oh, is it? Is that just with the starter potions though? Because
No, I'm
I know
using a large one right now, and it's 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure because I knew that people thought that happened in the alpha, and in the alpha it was only because the starter potions actually have a lot longer cooldown.
Right. Okay, I see. No, it's 5 seconds, so they have slowed it down a little bit, but it's the same as Russia. Is Russia slower as well? Because isn't on Korea they're 3 seconds, aren't they?
They're the same as Russia. Oh, okay, maybe they are the same as
No,
Russia.
I thought Korea was 3 seconds.
I never really timed it on Russia.
It says on the freaking potion, man.
Yeah, but I've never paid much attention to it. I just use my potions.
Well, fair enough. But it's still too quick, man. They need to increase it. They have to increase it. And another thing that I really think they should do is disable the use of potions in the arena. It would just be so much more fun because I go into the arena to have a bit of fun. And like, I don't care if I die in an arena. You don't lose any XP. Your armor doesn't get damaged.
Yeah.
Nothing. But there's always some tryhards in the arena spamming potions. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Because now I don't want to spend money dueling you. I just want to fight and die and whatever and just go, yeah, GG, man. But when there are people spamming potions and shit, it drives me mad. So why can't they just, when you jump in it gets to say, yo, T1 Gaming, thank you very much for the host, man. Guys, if you don't know, T1 Gaming is another Black Desert streamer. Very, very knowledgeable guy. He's been playing for a long time. I think he's level 58. Is that right? Yeah, I think you're level 58, aren't you, T1? So if you guys are interested in, like, if you need anything to know, definitely ask T1, man. He's, yeah, he knows a lot. He knows his shit. But yeah, so I just think they need to disable the potions in arena and increase the cooldown. If they could do that, I would be so happy. Just, okay, guys, it's 10 seconds now. You know, that'll be a lot better.
See, the thing with arena and the answer I always get, and I'm the same as you, and I don't know if you've had this, but you know, as most of, as you explained earlier, I'm a streamer too, and I constantly have people in my chat when I say, you know, don't use potions in arena. Oh my god, that guy just used a potion. You know, of course I'm a little bit frustrated that someone uses a potion in the arena, and the people in my chat constantly say, oh, well, you got to establish before the fight begins, don't use potions. You know, you got to tell them don't use potions. And the reason that I don't do that and I have this mindset that I haven't told them in the past not to do it, and now I've started to tell them, but I shouldn't have to do that. You know, I feel like there's half of the population that has this kind of this vow to themselves, you know, this sort of honor that they're not going to use a potion. I mean, I will never go into the arena and use a potion. So you don't have to tell me not to use potions. My immediate assumption is we're not using potions. But some people go in there with their immediate assumption being, I am going to use potions. I am going to use them. But why? It just extends the fight. What's the point, you know?
To a point where you can't win unless you outgear them or unless you're both
exactly.
It's just not possible. By the way, sorry, just really quickly, just got a £5 donation from Mavesy. Thank you so much for the £5 donation. I really appreciate it, dude. Thanks for the support, man. You didn't put a message on the donation message, but yeah. Thank you very much for the donation, man. I really do appreciate it. Hype for that. Someone just said, so because I'm a wizard and I have a heal, I'm seeking an advantage in arena. No, not at all. My heal has a 10 second cooldown or whatever it is. 14 second cooldown, and it only heals at the moment 14%. At max level, it heals 20%, I believe. But I am a witch, so I'm not very good at dueling anyway. I take a massive amount of damage. You guys can dodge most of my spells, and I can just get ruffle kicked into the floor. But I'm fine with that. I don't care. But I'm saying when people, like, if I get a combo out and I take off half their HP, that's it. I'm done then. I have to wait another 5-10 seconds to start my combo again. Lol joke, the guy's just popped 2 potions and he's now back at 100% again. That's my issue with it. That's why I don't think it should be, you know, you should be allowed to do that. I don't think they should remove potions in this game. I think they should Oh, I see what you mean. Removing potions from arena or PvP is bad. Capping it to 2 or 3 potions allows the potential for comebacks and more variety in scenarios. That could be interesting. I wouldn't even have a problem with that. They've just got to put a limit somewhere or remove it completely. That's all they need to do, and then I would be totally happy with it. I'd be totally happy if they went, oh yeah, you can use a potion 3 times in the arena, or no, you can't use potions at all, or even we've increased the cooldown of potions to 15 seconds for everyone, regardless of what you do.
Unfortunately, I do actually, and I just saw a message about this in your chat. I do actually have one thing to say about potions not being used in arena, and this is something that is, I can agree, is slightly annoying. The witch and wizard and also the Valkyrie do have their own heal, which you can spam basically like a potion. And a lot of people find that it's not fair playing against a witch, wizard, or Valkyrie, and then not being able to use potions. And I do agree with that. The witch and wizard heal, I don't know about the Valkyrie one because I haven't fought many Valkyries, but the witch and wizard heal is very, very strong to the point that you can use it like a potion.
Right. I mean, yeah, I agree. We've got a heal, but it's one of our skills. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, but
that's like saying no. Hang on, sorry.
Heal.
That's like saying in World of Warcraft to a priest, you can't use flash heal because that is a heal, and that's not fair. Like, it's one of our abilities. Like, it's not fair to say, oh, I give you an advantage over. I'm not saying you're saying that, but that's what a lot of people are saying. It's like, what? So you don't always use one of my spells? Like, you just want to ban a spell from being used in an arena? It's not fair. Yes, dueling like a discipline priest in WoW is fucking AIDS because they can just out-heal your damage. But it's part of the class, you know. That's how the class is played. And
okay, right. I can see what you're saying, Wiggles, but the way that I think about this and what you need to remember is that skill, when they made that skill, okay, when that skill was added to the class, that skill was added with the assumption that other people would be able to use potions as well. That's what you have to bear in mind. That skill was put there already knowing that potions were part of the game.
I disagree. That's why they put it in the game.
If potions didn't exist when that skill was made, they might have made the skill weaker.
I don't think that's why they put the skill in the game. I see what you mean, that they might have made it weaker if their potions weren't in the game, yeah. But I don't think that's why they went like, we'll give them an extra potion. But that's like then saying, I can't. Warrior and Valkyrie blocks are overpowered. They're not. I'm not. Like, this is like me saying Warrior and Valkyrie blocks are overpowered. I can't knock them down with my residual lightning. Because they just block it. That you can't use block anymore. It's not allowed in 1v1. It's not fair. But other people will be like, oh, you just have to get behind them and you can knock them down. You can't do that as a witch, as a ranged class. It's impossible, pretty much, because they'll just turn as you run around them or as you teleport through them. So it's not fair to say certain abilities are overpowered or whatever without potions and everything. It's like saying, okay, if a warrior can use potions and they're not allowed to block. So it's just, I don't know, just the way I see it, I think they should just not allow potions to be used.
I think the only issue with the Witch Wizard heal anyway, and the only issue I've run into it is early levels. Early levels, if you're up against a Witch or Wizard with a heal, and you are any other class, you have lost if you don't use potions. Straight up, there is no winning that, because you do not have enough skills and enough damage to bring them down fast enough. That is why Witch and Wizards are overpowered at low level, because of their heal.
Oh, at low level, yes, I'm not knocking that.
PvPing at low level anyway.
Yeah, at low level, which is, it's not even the heal that makes them stupid at a low level. If you don't dodge, like, my residual lightning at the moment will take off 50% of someone's HP. Like, what? It's so dumb. And then they'll be knocked down and I can chain lightning and blow them up. And then they're dead. And it's just kind of like, okay, well, you know. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's enough on the potion spamming topic and everything, I believe. I don't think there's any more point talking about that much more. Going back to something that I remember I was going to bring up a little bit earlier. So, you're not a guild leader, are you? Are you in Avalon? Are you an officer at the moment? Or did that never happen?
I'm an officer.
Okay,
yeah, I'm an officer.
Right. So, I made my guild and I was like, right, on Bear, I'm actually going to look at the ranks and sort the ranks out. What ranks? Like,
yeah, I know.
Lol, you can be an officer, a guild leader. That's it. There's no in between. Because what I thought, guys, is that, you know, I'll be able to make a guild. I will have a trial rank. I'll have a member. I'll have an officer. Maybe I'll have, you know, the co-leader, because I've got a co-leader in the guild with me, and then I'll have me as the guild leader. No, it can be guild leader, officer, and then just everyone else. So the problem that I'm going to have is when I start inviting people into the guild on launch, I can't mark them down as a trial in the guild. I'm going to have to get like an Excel spreadsheet, and write it all down myself and everything. And be like, oh, this person's a trial. Otherwise, I'm going to get confused because there's going to be like 100 people in my guild. It's just, why?
Why? Oh, I 100% agree with you. I think that one of the simplest things that MMOs have done, and I assumed that most MMOs do this nowadays because they do. I mean, even arcades did it. Is being able to customize your rank names.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's pretty basic right there.
Yeah, I mean,
like doing.
yeah, like why oh man, I don't know. I don't know why they. I don't know. I don't actually know what they were thinking with that. Is kind of funny. I'm trying to think what else is there that they've like introduced in this beta. Is there anything else that they've particularly changed? I mean, besides the leveling speeds, the cash shop items have had massive attention, and the energy. Those are really only the three big things. One thing I will say is I'm very impressed with how well they've coped with the servers and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
They
Oh, there's something we need to talk about, which has been a topic of discussion for us before. What do you think about the servers? The way they've set them up? Because I presume they're going to be like that for launch. I can't imagine they would do that for beta and then go, lol, joke, it's not going to be like that on launch.
No, honestly, I love it. Honestly, I think it's so good because it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Yes.
They have found a way of making it... They found a way of actually making servers that work for people that want to have their own server and this sense of controlling their own server. And they've also made it good for, surprisingly, streamers because you can hop channels.
We can run away from people trying to gank us.
Exactly. I love the idea. I love channels and servers. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
really
I think they've done really well with it. I like it. So for those of you guys that don't know, or you weren't on the beta or anything, and you haven't kept up with it, basically what they've done is they've made two dedicated servers essentially. On EU, it's Ollerstein and Jordan. And then on each of those servers, there are 4 channels. Apparently, there are going to be 6, aren't there, on release, I think. I can't remember how many there's there. But anyway, there are 4 channels. So it's essentially a mega server and a separate server put together in one. Like Lydia said, you've got the best of both worlds. So you can still hop channels, but there are still 2 servers for guilds to control or more PvP and all that stuff. So that you can't go hide in the corners of the world and everything. But yeah, wow, I need to turn my game sound off. That's really annoying. Someone's just casting spells in front of me. Being difficult. There you go. But yeah, I mean, someone actually did mention something that we haven't talked about yet. So let's get down to this. Auto looping.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I completely forgot about that. And this is actually the thing that makes me the most angry out of everything. Now I don't know. Has there been any confirmation? Like for sure, like from CM Jouska or someone saying no, there is no auto looping in the EU version. Has there been any confirmation?
Any official announcement?
Yeah, because I haven't seen one, and I have looked a few times because I really want to know, because I need to know.
Yeah, to my knowledge, there's no official announcement of it, but it's the assumption that we are not getting it because of it not being in the beta.
Yeah, it's... Oh, man. If we don't get auto-looping, I'm gonna... I am gonna be freaking rustled to hell. So, for anyone that doesn't know auto-looping, because I saw a couple of people going, what the hell's auto-looping? So, let me show you what would happen. Okay, come on. There we go. Let me just... I will give you a live demonstration. So, say, for example, I want to level my... my breath, okay? So my breath's level 7 at the moment. When I run, it levels up my breath. Now, this game's designed about being able to do stuff AFK. You can fish whilst AFK. You can process stuff whilst AFK. Not so much anymore because of the energy cost, but you could on Korea. So, what you would do on Korea or Russia is you'd set a path like this. So, oh my god, okay, whatever. And then what I would do is if I press Alt and right click, it would loop me. So my character would run to here, and then he would turn around and run back here. Then he'd go back around and run here, and he'd be in a permanent loop running back and forth to level up my breath, leveling up my horse, leveling up my strength. Because leveling things like your horse takes a fucking long time when they're high-ranking tiers. I left my horse AFK leveling for like 50 hours, and he's not even level 30 yet. He's like just about to hit 30 now. So, you know, it's if they don't involve it, it's going to slow some stuff down so much. And I agree with what Eric said. Eric said auto loop sounds stupid. Yes, it does. It is stupid. It's a ridiculous function to have in the game. Like, but the game needs it because of the way they've made horses so difficult to level and the way they've made stamina and strength so difficult to level. You will never naturally level those yourself. When are you going to walk with the trade pack? You're not. You're always going to sit on the back of a donkey or get a trade wagon. You are never going to carry a trade pack on your back, ever. So it's just, you know, it's ridiculous. You can just use a controller and run in a small circuit. Just doesn't work well for horses. That's the thing. Like, people are already finding a way to exploit it. Like, they don't want it in there for a reason or whatever, and people can already exploit it, like you just said, with the controller. It's just... but you shouldn't have to... We shouldn't have to make macros for it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because then the people who aren't smart enough to do that, if you will, or they don't want to do that because they think it's unfair, because you can get banned for macros in games like, you know, I don't know if they will in this game, but people who don't want to do that because they think it's Dishonored, they're then going to be at a disadvantage because they can't do it. So, you know...
See, something that I thought of to myself when I heard about the no auto looping was, I thought, what if they had auto looping, but you had to go a certain distance? So you had to travel, like, all the way from Calphian to Velia or whatever, and then you could auto loop back. That'd be cool.
But why? You're going to get killed by bandits whilst you're AFK.
Yeah, but I just thought that'd be cool because it'd mean that you weren't just running around in circles like an idiot. Because I can understand them not wanting you to be running around in circles like an idiot. You know
I mean, I've never seen it as much of a problem in career or anything.
It does look a bit stupid.
It doesn't bother me. I'm just like, yeah, whatever that guy's leveling his strength for, you know, I'm cool.
Yeah.
But you can't run into walls or anything like that. Yeah, so I've seen a few people ask that. You can't run into walls. You can't do... Yeah, it's just... I don't know, man. It's just... It's a feature that the game shouldn't need to have, but it does because of how much XP it requires to do it. That's the issue here, guys. I would like them to say, okay, we've reduced all the XP you need for leveling a horse, leveling this and that, and blah 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 by 50% at the higher levels. I would have been like, fine, you know, no problem. And I probably goes, you know, if there's a part XP penalty for partying, yeah, we talked about that earlier. You get 60% if you're with 2 people and 50% if you're with 5. So you're essentially getting 250%, I guess, if you're killing at 5 times the speed. So those are really like the main things that have gone on in the beta. I'm hoping launch goes smoothly because the beta has gone quite smoothly, and they gave out a lot of beta keys.
They did.
So I don't know how many people actually redeemed them and actually used them. It'll be interesting to see if they it will be interesting to see if they come out with any, you know, numbers being like, you know, we had 200,000 people play on the beta or whatever. Because I have no idea how many keys they gave out. I just know they gave out a lot.
There is one thing I just want to address quickly.
Yep.
How do you feel, it's slightly related to the cash shop, but how do you feel about there being no premium like there was in...
They've stated that there wasn't going to be any premium from the start, really, though, haven't
Yeah.
they? Now, I personally would pay premium for this game. But what I would want them to do is just put premium in the game and nothing else. I would want them to make everything on the cash shop cosmetic. I would want them to make, you know, pets. You don't have to pay for pets, that you can buy them from a vendor. I think if they made the game have a premium membership, I would like that to be it. You buy the game, you pay a membership, done. Everything else is obtainable with in-game money. I would much rather pay £10 a month and be able to buy a pet from a vendor than I would have to pay £10 to buy one pet. And that would be smooth cash flow for them. Unfortunately, they're not doing that, which kind of sucks. But you know how it is, kind of ripperoni. Does anyone have any questions that they want to ask us, or if there's anything you guys want us to discuss, or you guys want to discuss with us? You know, it'll be interesting to hear what your guys' thoughts on the beta and everything, and how you think it's gone. Why premium in pay-to-play game? Okay, so you had to pay money to buy World of Warcraft when you bought it, and that worked out pretty well. So it's not like, oh my god, that's the only game in the world to do it. You have to buy World of Warcraft when the expansions come out. You still have to pay sub for it. So, you know, it's not really that bad in my opinion. How about pet taming? What specifically about pet taming, Mortex? That's been the same for a while, so nothing's really changed with that, so I don't really have an issue with that. Just you wondering if you noticed any change in repairing items between Korea and EU versions, since I've been told they are different somehow. I haven't tried any repairing any items. I've had no need to, so I'm afraid I couldn't comment if there's any difference in terms of repairing them. Have you repaired any items, Lydia?
Repairing items? You mean like repairing as in when you repair them after enchanting them?
I would presume so.
Yeah, I haven't, but I was watching a streamer, one of the biggest streamers. I don't think it was Kungan. I can't remember who it was actually. It was one of the biggest streamers, Geoff, I think his name was. I can't remember. But he was repairing something, and I didn't see any difference.
No, I'm actually going over to a blacksmith right now. Just have a little look. This game is absolutely amazing so far, but the cash shop has me worried. I hope the game won't end up pay to win, and I hope it will be branded as pay to win. And I hope it will be branded as pay to win online. If it is, that will hurt the game a lot, even if it's not pay. Oh, you hope it won't be branded as pay to win online. Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I hope so too. The game advertises a role player's dream, but everything about role playing is so shallow, like the guilds. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, a guild is a massive feature normally of role playing. I can't repair equipment.
But don't role players come up with their own guilds? Like, don't they actually not use the guild system? They're just kind of like.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's just one of those little features that you like. But
yeah.
I would say role playing in this game is pretty. Role playing in this game would be pretty good.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I'm not into role playing, but I think role playing would be pretty damn good in this game. There's a couple of websites set up for that already. I don't know the names of them, but I know a few people have linked them in this stream before, saying, "Oh yeah, if you're interested in role play, check this out." So yeah, what do I think of the karma system? It seems kind of not awarding to PvP at all, and there is no reason to go negative karma. No, there's not. There's no reason to go negative karma on career either. The only reason you'd ever go negative karma is if you're a dick and you just want to kill people for the lols. Which, okay, I guess that's not a dick. If you just want to kill people for the lols, that'll put you negative karma. And also if you are trying to push someone out of your grind spot, for example, or you're waiting for, you know, you're trying to kill a rare elite and someone comes along and starts trying to kill it, so you kill them instead. Those are the...
Now...
Go on.
Sorry, now I know we've discussed... I just have a quick thing to say on the whole PvP front. I know we've discussed consequences of PvP, karma system, like 1,000,001 times before. But one thing I just... You know, I was discussing this with my friends the other day, and my friend came up with a really good point about MMOs in general, not just Black Desert, is for every 10,000 people you get who want to run around PvPing non-stop, you have 10,000 other people who want to play the game without being interrupted and without being PK'd every 5 minutes. So you're never going to please everyone, unfortunately. And that's the problem. The perfect system does not exist. It's not that the perfect system is hard to reach. I just don't think it exists, you know?
No, but the problem is it's advertised as a PvP game. So, you know, Care Bears, fuck off, essentially, for this. Like, that's what it boils down to. It's a PvP game. The end game is this is essentially getting geared to PvP. So, why would...
sandbox game.
Well, yes, it is, but it's like some of the main things you could do. Oh, I got another beltfish. Let's actually go ahead and fucking print screen that this time, so before I sell it to a vendor like I did a minute ago. Print screen. I did it. I should probably do that with my name over here.
Yeah. No, the reason I say, oh yeah, but it's a sandbox game is that it is a PvP game, yes, but if it was entirely PvP, if their entire focus was PvP, then there would be differences that they would have made. Like, there would be certain things in game which they would have made more focused around PvP.
Yeah.
For instance, they do have things in place to stop you from PvPing. They do have things that dissuade you from PvPing. So, yes, they advertise it as a PvP game, but they also advertise it as a sandbox. So, it is one of those things that it is PvP, but they do have an opening for non-PvPers as well.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I don't have a major problem with the PvP system, and this is something that a lot of people don't understand. If you want to PvP, join a guild, right?
Yeah.
Find another PvP guild and declare war on them.
Exactly.
When you declare war, you can fucking kill each other all day long, and there are no penalties. There you go. PvP solved. That's the thing that everyone overlooks. So what I would do in my guild tier, I'm going to go declaration. I'll be like, oh lol, I don't really like Avalon. So I'm not going to do that because fuck that, they'll kill me. What I would do is, oh, I don't like Avalon. Oh, that's not how you spell it. Yeah. I'm going to click declare war. It costs me 200 silver to declare war. They can accept the declaration. We are then at war and we kill each other all day long for the lols. And that's it. There's no karma, negative karma for killing each other if you're at war with a guild. So do that if you really just want to randomly PvP.
The thing is, Wiggles, though, you can say that till the cows come home, and you can tell these people that this is how you PvP, you know. And the people that are fine with that, and the people that actually want to PvP properly, already know that, Wiggles. The people that want to PvP, they're fine with playing this game. The problem is the people that are complaining and the people that are crying in Twitch chats and on the forums and stuff are the people that don't want to be in a guild. They just want to be a dick and kill people. Those are the people that are annoyed right now. They just want to go around and kill. They don't want guild wars. They don't want big fights. They don't want to fight for nodes. They want to kill friggin' Joe Blogs, who's over farming rats,
Herbs.
you know, like that's who they want to kill. They don't want to kill another guild. They want to kill the PvEer. Those are the people that are annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. How does PvP work? Do you have to tick a box or something so you don't accidentally hit other people? Yeah, you press Alt C. Alt C turns on your PvP. I can't do it because I'm 2 level, but that's how you turn on your PvP. Or at least that's how you turn on PvP on career. Maybe they'll change out EU. I don't know. I'm not high enough level. Would you like a mass... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's something that Zephyric... Would you like a mass recontract option so you won't have to go through all 100 members to recontract every time they expire? Have you done that, Lydia, before? Recontracted people?
Recontracted what, workers?
No. People. Members. Guild members.
Oh, guild members. So you mean where you wipe their contract and then you give them a different one for a different price or whatever? Yeah, I did it on Russia.
How long is that renewing it? Like,
how long is it renewing it? I believe it's...
No, I mean, like, how annoying is it to have to do it individually for each member?
It's pretty irritating, yeah, because my entire guild right now on RU needs recontracting and I just can't be asked to do it.
No, I understand, like, you can set 30-day contracts, and you only need to do it once every 30 days, but if I've got someone in as a trial and everything, I don't want to give them a 30-day contract. I want to give them, like, a 1 or 5-day contract or whatever, a 7-day contract. And it's annoying that I have to do it all manually. But it would be nice to know if they had ranks in the guild, for example. When you promote the person to this rank, they automatically get contract of 30 days and 30,000 silver a day. And I know Shames. I know I can get officers to do it, but it's a very unoptimized system where you have to do it manually for each person. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. So I can't. It's just annoying. I've done it with 30 people and it's already annoyed me. Let alone what the fuck it's going to be like when there are 100 of us. So yeah. Is Affinity the guild leader of your guild, or are you?
Affinity's the guild leader in RU now. I was the leader. I moved Affinity to leader because I'm moving to EU soon, aren't I? So. Right.
Okay. Fair enough. Someone just said, "So don't be a guild master." No, I'm not saying that it. I didn't be like, "Oh my god, it's the worst system ever. I'm quitting this game." Like, it's not like that. It's just it's an annoyance that doesn't need to be there. You know, it's an annoyance that doesn't need to be in the game. The whole guild master system. I just don't like that there's not really a reward for PvP other than cities. Well, this game's made around mass PvP, not around singular PvP. It could be cool if they give you little items to gain in the game, sort of like, you know, if you kill people, you get honor. I know that's been done in so many games. You get honor, and then from that you can buy items or whatever. Holy crap! Are you headbutting your keyboard?
No, I'm typing to someone.
Damn, Jesus.
Sorry about that. There you go, I'm done.
How are you meant to take a node back from a guild with 96-hour head start and plus 17% XP boost? Do you think it can be done? Node wars aren't coming out for the first month of the game release, so don't worry about that. As long as you're level 50 during the node, after the node release, you'll be fine. So, yeah. I think it would be a good idea to add a workshop system where the community can create weapon skins, outfit skins, and even, like, house items. The community then vote if they want to see it in the game or not. And then they can be added into the game costing maybe like a certain amount of silver or a small amount of pearls. I think it'd be interesting. I can't see that happening though. Like a Steam Workshop essentially is what you're asking for, Savage Beast, but in this game, I honestly can't see that happening. That's quite a big system to implement, and I don't reckon they'll ever do that. And you'll probably get people like fucking making dick chairs all the time and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But it would be cool. It could be cool, especially for people who like doing the interior design in this game, the housing design and all that. That could be really cool. But yeah, I personally can't see that.
Did you try, actually, you talking about housing, that reminds me of something. Did you try housing in beta?
No, I literally could not give less of a shit about housing if I tried.
I ran into an issue.
What's the issue?
Okay, so I went to get, and this house admittedly was the house on the island, you know the island that you can travel to in beta, the one that's just north of where you are right now?
No.
It's out on, it's the one which was the old ranger starting area before they changed it. I don't know if you knew about that.
No.
Okay, well, there's an island down the sea, and basically it's an island that has no real purpose of being there. And there's a town there, and there's a house that you can buy in the town.
Oh, is that the one where you take the NPC boat to?
I've never been on the NPC boat.
How long does it take to swim to?
I went there on my boat.
How long did that take?
Like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, same one with the NPC boat, I guess. Okay.
Okay, and there's no real purpose to be there, but there's a town then. You can buy a house on it. And in that house, I don't know if it's just that house, but in that house, when I bought that in beta, when I tried placing furniture in there, everything was lopsided. You could not change it from being lopsided. Like, because you can't turn objects at certain angles, it did not let you have, like, the bed straight against the wall. It had to be kind of at an angle, which looked really stupid. And I know that's just a little thing, but that could really annoy people that like housing, you know? If certain buildings, everything's lopsided, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is weird. I haven't even tried it. Let's see if we've got anything. I've heard Tame It is underpowered late game. Since I'm interested in playing this class. Okay, yeah, actually, this would be great to get on a video. This is going to be great to get on a video because I can just shove people to this video, right? Tamers in this game are insane. They are insane at low levels. They are ridiculous up to around level 51, right? And the reason they're ridiculous up to 51 is because their pet scales incredibly well. After 51, their pet stops scaling. And this is what, like, all the Korean players say. They're insane up to 51. After 51, their pet stops scaling. And as people get better gear and they level higher, Tamers fall off a little bit. Now, with this game coming out as it is now, we're not going to be like level 55 for a while. At launch, Tamers are going to be the most powerful classes at dueling. Like, I have no doubt that they're going to be absolutely ridiculous in 1v1s. Because their pet can shred everything when they have no gear. Now, when we're all running around in, like... Because plus 15 gear's the max as well at the start. So, yeah, you'll be fine for a while. You'll be great. Now, when we get more levels and we get up to, like, plus 16, 17 gear, that's when Tamers start to gradually slope off and become less powerful. But even then, they are still good if you know how to play. You just then have to actually know what the fuck you're doing with your life as opposed to just running in, slapping your dick and keyboard, and shit dies in front of you. So, yeah, there's that. What's the level cap? Well, there's no level cap. There's a hard cap of level 55, apparently. But it seems to be taking people an awfully long time to get to level 51 and 52. Now, I don't know if you noticed that. Like, when I did level 50 to 51 in, like, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then 51 to 52 in, like, another 2 hours. And on EU, it seems like level 50 is the hard cap. But someone said level 55 was the hard cap. Or it just seems like a very brutal soft cap, level 50.
Is there actually a hard cap?
Hard caps are, well, it's like on Korea, hard cap's level 60, isn't it? When you say
hard cap's 60. Well, it's not, well...
No, but when people say hard cap, what they mean is it takes stupidly long to level past that point.
Yeah. I mean, you can, though. There's no actual hard cap, because actual hard cap is no more, you know? But that, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Sorry, but yeah, so I'm not actually sure. I thought it was level 55, but... Yeah, 55 is the hard cap for beta. It still seems horrifically slow from 50 to 51 compared to Korea and other games. So, yeah. My advice is to Dakama players drop items. I saw it on the website, but it also said PvP level is 50. On the bounty hunting system, it depends how negative you are low down. I think if you're very low, you do drop items, but you can't take those items as another player, I believe. They just get dropped as a punishment for you dying. It's not like, oh, you dropped that item, I can take it now. I'm pretty sure it's not like that. At least someone told me that's not how it was. Hang on. Is it a bug that taming tier 1 pets together gives tier 3? I happen to all 3 of my pets. Yeah, a lot of people have said this, and I don't know whether they did that for beta, so people could test tier 3s. That's incredibly lucky. If it's not bugged that so many people have got tier 3 pets out of it. Normally, you're meant to breed a tier 1 and a tier 2 together, and you have a good chance to get a tier 3, but 2 tier 1 pets, you normally always get a tier 2. From what I've been told. How do you get furniture for your house? All I found with cash shop items. Is there stuff outside the cash shop? Yeah, there's a guy over here, actually. Let's go check that he has made it into the game, because that would suck if he hasn't. Gome asked a question. What was the question Gome asked? What do you think about them buffing party XP, making big parties better at grinding? I really like that. I personally really like that, because this should be it's an MMO. It should be beneficial to play it together and not play by yourself, because fuck playing by yourself. It's an online game. So I'm really happy they've made the party XP a lot better than it was, because it used to be pretty much pointless to level in a group of 5. See, I can't tell if people are joking about tier 4 pets. Like, yeah, furniture dealer. He's still here. He's made it into the game. Hello, furniture dealer. Shop. Here you go. You can also craft stuff as well, by the way. You need to get Amity to do this, so you need to do the conversation game where you're like, who do you like to speak about? Yeah, here you go, here's 100%, and then, yeah, that kind of shit. So, yeah. Yeah, do people actually get a tier 4 pet? Like, I can't tell if...
I didn't, and I also wanted to say, with mounts, is it possible to tame a tier 3+ mount in beta?
Well, apparently there are tier 3 mounts. I never found one.
I never found one either.
I know a lot of people that searched for a tier 3 mount. A lot of people.
Yeah.
And they never found it. So,
yeah,
unless someone's got a screenshot of them taming a tier 3, I'm going to call bullshit. I got a tier 2, and there were quite a few tier 2s around, but yeah.
Yeah, I got a tier 2, and I did not see anyone with a tier 3 in beta. And this was something that someone brought up to me, and I actually had to think about it. I was like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, I don't think there are
someone
tier 3s.
bred a tier 3. A couple of people have got tier 3s, but yeah. 1 second. Can you do something interesting? I finished my fajita. No, you can go fuck yourself. What do you think about Berserker and the awakening weapon of them? I'll talk about that, all those like random stuff a bit later, because that's not really related specifically to the beta. Wait, there was a question. Someone said, how do you feel about you borrow a farm plot from an NPC and you can place it almost anywhere outside of the town? Basically, there's no land that's yours and only yours. How do you feel that you have to borrow farm plots? It doesn't really bother me. You borrow the fences, essentially, to put down the farm plots. It is yours once you put it down, but yeah, it's used contribution points to do it. So I don't really think about it. I've got a video on the Amity, so if you need like information on conversation, go check out my YouTube channel. It will say stuff there. I spoke earlier about the fishing outfit. I don't know if it was what you were speaking of, but in the taskbar on profile, there's uniform rewards for each profession for reaching effort. Yes, they're different. That's a different one, Victor. So that's another thing, actually, I want to mention to people that are up in arms about this costume thing. There are non-cash shop costumes which do similar things. So the horse taming one, which gives 20% extra bonus XP, there is a non-cash shop version, which does look different, which gives 5% XP, and you can enchant it to do more, or enhance it to do more. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm going to make a video talking about the guild before launch. You're going to allow people to join, or is it restricted? I've got a meeting coming up about that, but I'll talk to you guys about that later. And I mean, that's pretty much all I've really got to say on the beta, Lydia. I don't know if you had anything else, really. I think I'm pretty much done.
No, I didn't really have anything else to talk about on the beta. I actually, you know, I was hoping maybe you'd noticed a few more different things, but honestly, there's a lot of similarities between Korea and Russia and the beta, really. There's not anything that different. I know they did announce that they want to go down a different path, and they do want to differentiate it. But as of right now, it's nothing that different, you know?
No. No, it hasn't. I haven't been like, what the fuck are they doing here? Except for the energy thing is one of the things that I'm just like, wow, this is ridiculous. And the potions still rustle me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool. Well, yeah, this was good. Shame Ryu couldn't fucking. I don't know where the hell he's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried messaging him, but he didn't get back to me, so we can really have him on here. But yeah, thanks for coming on. We're gonna do another one of these guys around one of these, depending on if they bring out. They might bring out a big post about the beta, and they might say, you know, we're changing this. This went well. This went badly. And then in that case, we will do another one, guys. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this, please do, you know, drop me a follow, whatever. Drop Wolfgirl a follow as well. She streams on Twitch as well. She plays as Sorceress. So all you people that keep asking me about Sorceress classes, and I keep telling you to go follow Wolfgirl because I have no idea about fucking Sorceress. Probably a good idea to go do that. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Yeah. Alright, well, thanks, Lydia. I'm gonna fucking dick around on this a bit more than go play, what's it called? Undertale, I think, in a bit.